All right, what is up, guys? NA4 here, and welcome back to another movie review. And today we're going to be talking about Sonic 3. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title, you see the backdrop. You know what we're doing here today. Probably going to be the very last film that I review for this year. Um, so yeah, man, I'm excited. It's been a great year for film, and it's been rocky in some points. I'm not gonna lie. We've seen some really, really highs, and we've seen some really low lows in terms of films this year. But I think we've done more good than bad. But if you enjoy this kind of content, definitely feel free to drop a like on it, share it, subscribe if you are new. I would appreciate it. It's free. Consider it to be a little Christmas gift. It's better to give than to receive. So I would appreciate it. But without further ado, ladies and gents, let's hop straight into it. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is a movie that I've been anticipating and just very hyped for a while now. And I'm glad to say that it did live up to my expectations. I'm here for it. I love the Sonic movies, and I'm glad that this one is just as good as the previous two, if not better, the best of the trilogy so far. And they just greenlit a fourth movie that's set to come out spring 2027. So, they pretty much knew this movie was going to make money. They knew it was going to be a success. And as they should, they got some gold here. Sonic, I know in recent years he's been kind of shaky in terms of the video games, but um the movie wise, they make money, they get good reviews. So, hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I really enjoyed this movie, man. This movie was just fun, entertaining, action packed, emotional. It has a little bit of everything for everyone. So, if you enjoy Sonic, if you enjoy the other movies, you're going to enjoy this one as well. It's something in there for everybody, and it's for anybody to watch, man. The adults, the kids, the boys, the girls, whatever you prefer to go by. Anybody can watch this movie and have a great time with it. And I think this movie works because it's made by people who care. It's made by people who understand the source material, and it's just packed to the brim with lots of Easter eggs and references to the previous games back in the day if you played those games. And it just has so many cool, fun moments. It's a very visually pleasing movie as well. And I'm glad that Jim Carrey is back and better than ever. Because in recent years he's been talking about retirement, how he's kind of done with it all, but he's been sticking with the Sonic franchise, so hopefully we can keep him as long as we possibly can. Um, but yeah, Jim Carrey, he's fantastic in the role. Every character is pretty much good in this movie. Um, but it's not a perfect movie. There are a few little minor nitpicks, a couple of speed bumps there that, like I said, just minor things, nothing that kills the movie for me. But overall, great film. Um, and I'll touch on the negatives now, I guess, since I'm already on it. But I will say, towards the third act, although it is great, very, very cool moments, just very, very visually pleasing, action-packed, emotional, and you love it. But there were certain things regarding the Robotnik family where you're kind of just like, that doesn't make a lot of sense, or that's interesting. But then you're like, it's a movie about a freaking walking, talking, superpowered hedgehog. So then you're like, how realistic do you really want the movie to be? And speaking of the hedgehog, Mr. Sonic himself, the poster boy, the main character, a lot of his jokes just did not land for me. A lot of Sonic's humor and jokes just were not it for me. And clearly, I'm not the only one, man. When I watched it, no one else in the theater were really laughing at his jokes. They just didn't quite land. And that's okay. Not everything is going to, but I'd say a lot of the other characters did a lot better in terms of carrying the comedy. Characters like Dr. Robotnik and Knuckles. But yeah, a couple little nitpicks, but nothing too crazy that makes me be like, oh man, that really killed the movie for me. And, really shout out to the team who made the movie and everyone because they understood people were really wanting to see Shadow. Although we love Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, um, it really does feel like a Shadow-based movie. And as it should, he was the post-credit scene for the second movie, so it got people hyped up. They're like, all the ads, all the trailers, Shadow is going to be our main focus. And they do the character justice in this movie, man, from the line deliveries, the backstory, the action scenes, lots of fan service. So there's lots of references and stuff that you'll be like, yo, I remember that, stuff like that. So it's just a great time, man. Shadow, I won't say he necessarily carried the movie, but he kind of did. He stole every scene that he was in. And shout out to Keanu Reeves, man. You can never go wrong with Keanu. I feel like he's one of those actors in Hollywood that's just like you gotta love him, whether it's like Keanu Reeves, Jim Carrey, Adam Sandler, people like that. You're just like anything that this person is in, I'm gonna like it. It could be the worst movie of all time, but just because they're in it, I'm gonna like it. Even like Matthew Lillard. Like it's certain actors and people in Hollywood that you're just like, man, you're just so fun. Like everyone likes you. So yeah, shout out to Keanu Reeves, man. He did a great job in this movie. Great addition to the cast, and hopefully we can see him again in the future. And if you're a strange human being who just doesn't like Jim Carrey, you probably won't like this movie because he plays two different characters in this film. And um, if you don't like him, you're not gonna like his humor. You're not gonna like his presence in this movie because he gets two times the amount in one. So if you don't like Jim Carrey, you probably won't like this movie that much. But he did great in this movie. I'm always happy to see Jim Carrey in anything. And this movie does have a post-credit scene and an end-credit scene. So make sure you stick around for both of those. Both exciting, and you know, I'm not even gonna say anything, man. You gotta watch it for yourself. You gotta enjoy it for yourself. But yeah, like I said, man, this was a movie that I was really looking forward to. I did really enjoy this movie. Like I said, a couple little scratches here and there, if that's the word I want to use. Um, but overall, just a fun, action-packed, lighthearted movie, fun for everybody. And the movie does well because it's not like an R-rated movie or anything like that. So anybody can go watch it. Anybody can go buy a ticket. Say, hey, Sonic 3, come on with it. So that's always fun. That's gonna also help this movie perform better at the box office. Just knowing anybody can go watch it. So if you like the Sonic games, you like the previous movies, you are going to love and adore this movie. Like I said, I don't think it was perfect, but I think it definitely does more good than bad. But every character gets their little moment to shine in this movie, and overall, I was happy with it. It's pretty much exactly what I wanted and then some. So I'm gonna give this movie about a 9 out of 10. It's a good watch. I would definitely want to watch it again. The best of the trilogy so far. But yeah, Sonic 3, good time. Go watch it. Go check it out. Whether it's on Christmas Day or whatever. But I'm in it for it, and I'm out. Peace.